I know you needed yet another example of back the blue till it happens to you, because you're not going to be convinced until you see one more example. And this guy, Jim Herndon, literally backed the blue. I mean, he risked his life. He's put his own life on the line so that he could protect the cops from an armed assailant in his store. And what did he get for his trouble? The thin blue line boot to his head. Well, more specifically, a rifle stock to his head. Listen to this story right here. This is off the charts. And wait till you hear what Sgt Gillis from the Henderson, Nevada Police Department says.
Good evening. A man is assaulted by Henderson police after he tried to help them, and now the city has to pay nearly $500,000. Thanks for joining us. I'm Denise Valdez.
Yeah, the city has to pay nearly $500,000. It's just it's this enigmatic city that has to foot the bill.
Brian Loftus, 8 News Now investigator Vanessa Murphy obtained video from that incident, sat down with the victim and his lawyer. Now, we do want to warn you, it is graphic.
For Jim Herndon, it's been 6 long years since he became the victim of excessive force by Henderson police.
6 years. You're the victim of excessive force, and 6 years passed and you still haven't got justice?
That situation got out of hand and things just spiraled.
He was an assistant store manager at Sportsman's Warehouse. Officers arrive after a call about an armed shoplifter. Here, officers approach the suspect and he runs.
We had a firearm.
Herndon,
I didn't know what he would do.
a former law enforcement officer from
Hey, the cops need my help. I'm a fellow law enforcement officer. Surely they'll recognize that I'm a good Samaritan and that I got their backs and I'm here to protect and serve them. Surely I'll get some kind of accolade, some kind of reward, maybe a pat on the back, maybe just a thank you, but I'll get something positive out of the deal.
more than 2 decades.
Just instincts from lots of years of training.
Intervenes.
I recall jumping on him.
But he never expected.
Wait a second, before I play this, I just want to get myself out of the way. I'm going to blur this, okay? You know why? Because of YouTube, but I'll put the original video in the description so you can see the whole thing, but you'll get the idea. Stay tuned for Sgt Gillis, though.
Did what would follow.
I saw stars.
This is Sergeant Michael Gillis ramming Herndon in the head with an M4.
There you go. Michael Gillis's actions. And is he sorry? Is he filled with remorse? Does he offer up any kind of an apology or anything like that? Stay tuned for Michael Gillis.
And using a stun gun.
Somebody had their hands wrapped around my throat. And
it wasn't enough that I pounded his in. I need to grab my taser and get a little electrocution action going here.
Was lifting me up, so I peeled fingers off my throat. Got hit a few more times in the face.
He says he suffered multiple injuries, including a concussion, and he has permanent nerve damage and some memory loss.
What the heck? His life will never be the same again, thanks to the Henderson Police Department in Nevada. If I leave the link in the description, please don't contact them at all. They don't need you to contact them.
But there's one moment he can recall after the incident.
They kind of chuckled and said, "Hey, we must have mistaken you for the bad guy." And it was really at that moment that I was kind of like, I felt like, well, they're all standing out here getting their story straight.
He later reached out to the city of Henderson
to even do the complaint and do the follow-up with that. I mean, they don't make it easy at all.
In 2021, attorney...
And why don't they make it easy? Are they trying to cover up for some kind of corruption going on in the department? I wonder how long it took them to release their store's own surveillance video footage after the cops got a hold of it. Because you know the cops got a hold of it. They commandeered it. They monopolized it. And they kept other people from looking at it because, man, it makes them look really bad. What do you mean you attacked the person who helped you? You've got to be kidding. Oh my God, there's going to be public outrage on that, the PR campaign representative said to himself. We got to hide that from the general public. We have no interest in transparency on that kind of thing.
Marjorie Huff filed a lawsuit against the city, Sgt Gillis, and 5 other officers.
It was very clear to me that, number one, the police had no plan, that they escalated the situation to a point that it did not need to escalate.
It was safer to have more people.
This is him. This is him. This is Sgt Gillis. He's still a sergeant with the Henderson Police Department in Nevada.
Sgt Gillis on the stand.
And you would not change a thing.
No.
He testifies the incident tarnished his reputation, a claim Huff is ready for.
But you had previously had excessive force complaints for punching a woman in the face.
There was questions on it, allegations, yeah.
You had allegations against you for sexually harassing women at the Starbucks where you would do your paperwork.
I don't think it was that wordage, but yeah.
Also for inappropriately selling weapons.
Yep.
What the?
Voiding traffic tickets for friends and family.
Yes, I did that.
5 to 10 inquiries about using excessive force by Internal Affairs.
Sounds probably right.
You've been placed on leave.
What the hell is going on here? The department knows it. He's got a long and lengthy rap sheet, literally, and he's still a sergeant for the Henderson Police Department in Nevada. Sergeant Gillis, do you have any problem with your tyranny? No, none whatsoever. Can we break for lunch? I mean, what's going on here? What's the big deal? What the? This guy is bad news. The community probably knows he's bad news. The police department knows he's bad news. And yet the police department cares so little about you over there in Henderson, Nevada, that they keep a Sergeant Gillis on when the chances that he's going to abuse the public again and again and again and never stop doesn't bother them at all. Keep Sergeant Gillis on. Give him a raise. Maybe we can give him a promotion next year. Give him a nice looking plaque so that he can put it on his wall and pretend he's a good person.
With pay 4 times.
Yes, ma'am.
I got to back this. I just got to back this up. Look, there is no remorse in this guy's face. So what? I'm involved in corruption. Isn't every police department? Who cares? What are you making a big deal? This is mountains out of molehills here. This is what the police do. This is what we're all about. We're not here to protect and serve you. We're to harass you. And if you do something good for us and get in our way, well, I got a nice, this is a nice little hard piece of plastic at the end of my rifle for you. Back the blue. Well, I think you're a dumb arse, but hey, do whatever you're going to do. Hey, while you're down there bleeding, could you polish my shoes for me?
Also for inappropriately selling weapons.
Yep.
Voiding traffic tickets for friends and family.
Yes, I did that.
5 to 10 inquiries about using excessive force by Internal Affairs.
Sounds probably right.
You've been
5 or 10 excessive force. Sounds right. I mean, it's probably more like 15 or 20 because I always stop my body cam. It's probably 50. It's probably 100. But, you know, they made us wear these body cams, but I turn mine off every so often, you know.
placed on leave with pay 4 times.
Yes, ma'am.
What types of incidents cause an officer to be placed on leave with pay?
Yeah.
Shooting incidents where somebody dies or there's substantial bodily harm to that person.
And then the
Yeah, I killed someone. What'd you do today, honey? Well, I killed a guy who's innocent. You know, he's running away. When I made my report, I just said he was an armed assailant and he was attacking me. I went ahead and killed him. Oh, what happened to you? I got paid administrative leave. I'm on a paid vacation. Let's go. Hey, honey, let's go to Disney World this year. It's on the police department, the Henderson, Nevada Police Department, whose link will be in the description. Did I mention that? Here's the Henderson Police Department right here. Link will be in the description. Oh, look at that. It's a public number for the City of Henderson Police Department over there in Nevada that employs Sgt Gillis.
The city of Henderson must pay $450,000.
Let's get this through our thick skulls right now. It is not the city paying for it. It's the Americans, the Henderson, Nevada tax cattle paying for it. Their insurance premiums are going to go up, which is probably going to likely to make their property taxes go up. And that's because of yahoos like Sgt Gillis. What should be happening is Sgt Gillis should have been in jail for the last how many years? And all of his assets, including his home, his IRA, his pension, his vehicles, and every land, whatever he has, should have been liquidated and given to the guy he beat up and whoever else he beat up as he turned his body cameras off. And shows no remorse to this day for.
What stands out to you about the Henderson Police Department after handling this case?
You mean besides massive global systemic corruption? Let's see, that's a tough one.
They clearly have a culture that allowed this to happen. They had no intention of properly investigating either the incident or the internal affairs investigation. The whole thing.
That's from top to bottom. The internal affairs, the chief, all the commanding officers, all the underlings, everybody who ever saw Gillis or any one of the other Henderson Police Department employees commit crimes where if you or I did the same thing, we would be put away forever. This is systemic, top to bottom, inside out corruption for the entire department and everybody who's a part of that department. Let's be super clear about this.
It was just a big rubber stamp. We're just going to say they did the right thing.
It was never about money. It was about accountability. My only hope is that it's enough that it will make Henderson change their ways, and I worry about that.
How will it? Let's say you or I did something. Let's say I did something wrong to somebody, okay? I damaged their vehicle, or I broke a bone, or I changed, or I gave them permanent nerve damage. Let's stick with that. After I, wasn't too kind to their cranial structure. And then instead of me getting in trouble, all of my neighbors in my neighborhood, men with guns go around and extort them so that they can pay off the guy that I abused. But I get to keep my job. I get a paid vacation. I probably get a promotion. I might get a write-up, but hey, I haven't missed one day of pay. How is that even fair? That sounds criminal on its face. But somehow when you're a police officer in Henderson, Nevada, hey, they let you get away with literal, according to Gillis's own words, murder.
He says the video shows the moment his life changed forever. Still difficult to watch, but he says he hopes his story may inspire others to seek accountability. Vanessa Murphy,
it won't.
8 News Now.
Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab one of these hard-hitting conversation-starting designs you can put on a shirt, hoodie, mug, hat, cell phone case, whatever you want. Become a channel member, but more importantly, know what your rights are. Always have your camera out. Always record the cops. It is up to you to bring the truth to light. And the only way you can do that is by recording with your camera, because cameras tell the truth. Cops don't. I will see you in the next video.